Hello. So this is our fourth part of our Safarnama web authoring tool tutorial, which allows you to make material for the Port Places app. So in our parts 2 and 3, we made this location called Buying Milk for the first time, and it's got media which has a description, of different types of descriptions on it. And not only are those attached to this location, but you can kind of look at more. You can browse by different types of media. You can actually edit media without editing the location it's in. You can have media in multiple locations. So the media and the locations should be considered to be like separate. As you can see here, you can get into select media from a location and make it, but really the locations, all that they really have to them is their title, their type, and where they are, and the bits of the size of the circle. The media items are kind of separate to that, and all you're really doing is kind of snapping them onto each other. And then it means you can add and remove the media items as many times as you want. So we might decide we don't actually want these on here anymore. Let's get rid of them. It's empty now. But then, oh no, I want them back. Well, let's just tick them and bring them back. And you can shuffle them around, click and drag, shuffle up and down, which is really handy, as well as the cross, the remove it. You can edit them anytime you want. So think of them as like cards that you shuffle around to get the kind of story you want. So it might be and then you can also intersperse like image related stories with, say, a block of text. So we might, if it's not directly about the item, the media item, we might still need a little something to go in between. So we might put a little bit of text in between them. You can also do that. And then just always press save when you make any changes to a location. And a reminder, if you're in like a location and you accidentally click in the wrong place, just press back up next to edit place and it will go back to the way it was. And then you can, if you need to fiddle around with your media independently of the places, you can do that just from media library on the menu anytime you want. You can, copy edit, change them around, do whatever you want really. But basically, reminder, name is the big text description. But it might be different from the name of the place. So you might have sort of subcategories. It's really up to you what you put in these fields. You can put anything, description, acknowledgement, big, smaller, smallest in text size. And then you can add external links to media items. The last thing that you might want to know how to do is very easy to do, is to create routes. If you want to make a linear route with a start and a finish for a walk, for example, you just go to routes and you click create. You might pick what color you want. Let's make it some kind of purple. Let's call it just like a location, a place. It needs a name and it needs this won't let you save this yet because it's not another starting point or an end point. So you would click, and just like any of these route plotting things, you click, 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 and every time you click, the line moves, and you can make it quite detailed. So you can click, quite small gradations of space, like really, really, really small. This is like a few feet, here, really small, really precise changes. You can even, that's about as deep as you can go. But as you can see, it's pretty accurate. But then obviously at some point it needs to have an end point, so we can, make it end here. And now we've got a line. We would say create, and now our purple route is there, and anyone can follow along with that on the app. And any of these circles that they meet along the way, it will give them a notification telling them that it's there, which is very handy indeed.